we made it. So we ended up at Yalata, near Yalata. We drove past it and we're going to go to a different bush camp, but absolutely zero signal there, and I had work this afternoon. So we came back east to a separate bush camp, which is maybe 20 meters from the road. Turns out we could have gone further, as there is in the distance a caravan somewhere in there, but never mind, here we are. Hardly any road noise because there's no one on the roads heading out of or into WA, just a couple of trucks. I reckon we've heard maybe 10 in the 8 hours we've been here, I reckon. And this is us until tomorrow, where we'll head further into towards the border village to be exact. Still haven't heard anything about my border pass, which is annoying, but I have been assured by, who did I call? WA COVID, that within 24 hours you should hear, otherwise you've got to call them and chase it up. So I've done everything our end. I've got some letters that should be coming through soon as well to help with our isolation. But in the meantime, we keep on being patient. Ro's in bed. He's been in bed for a few hours now. He had a good dinner. The boy can eat. I've learnt this today. But we've washed his car seat, so it'll be all fresh for the road. But this is us. So tomorrow morning I finish work for the week, so we'll head out of here probably mid-morning, I'd say. Late morning if I have my way, but Nick likes to leave early. To another bush camp towards Border Village, which has reception, because otherwise I'll be making a few phone calls tomorrow to chase up what is going on. I will not take no as an answer. If anyone knows me, they know me. That no is not an answer. So WA, just watch out. Await my phone calls. Oh, probably the 11th truck we've heard. If necessary, I'll jump on a truck and get my way over the border. Now, I'm sure they're getting searched, so I won't do that. And Roman needs his mum. So that's the plan, is stay here tonight, leave in the morning, make probably a few phone calls, and hopefully hear about our bloody border passes. Oh, actually, I haven't showed you this is how we get sometimes reception. Nick bought this for me. It's a big pole that has like a thing that points towards the internet. What's it called?
Antenna.
The antenna. And it works well, hey? It's probably the third time we've used it since we got it?
Oh yeah,
we barely
had one bar when we got here.
Yeah.
And yeah, fully working in.
It was like 1 bar 4G or like 2 bar 3G. It was a bit iffy, but I've been able to do my 5-hour shift, made plenty of phone calls, able to use the internet, so happy days. Employer will be proud that I attended work and did everything I was meant to. So goodbye for now, and we'll see you tomorrow, probably in the car on our way to Border Village. So, exciting news.
We are approved.
So we're heading to WA. Luckily, we had already been moving towards the border and it's not a mad dash. So tomorrow early.
Yeah, let's gonna South Australian time, 6 o'clock we're gonna leave. We've got about a 9.5 hour drive.
To where we have to quarantine for a week or 2 weeks. It just depends on if I can get the exemption for the healthcare worker, because I am working in health when we go up there. So today we'll be making some phone calls, make sure we have, like, we've already said that there's somewhere we can stay, but just to finalise everything, book it all in.
Yeah, there might be a better place so we can go north maybe if we can. I don't know if we're allowed to change it or not, we're going to have to check that, but if we're allowed to change it then maybe we'll head up north through, I don't even know what the area is called to be honest, but somewhere. So it's not driving 2 hours in the wrong direction kind of thing.
That's it. So hopefully, and then it's what, a 9-hour drive tomorrow. We've got 2 petrol stops or fuel stops, because we're actually a diesel car, that we have mapped out.
Yeah, because we've got to tell them exactly where we're going to stop, whether we're doing fatigue management, yeah, everything. If we need to do shopping, how we're going to get food, we had to tell them everything. So we've done a massive shop 4 or 5 days ago.
Yep. We'll get rid of all the rest of our fruit. Rowan's on fruit for today.
Oi, cheeky monkey.
Poor kid, he's fatigue management. He's due for a nap now.
Yep.
So that's why we're hitting the road at about 9 o'clock today.
Always ends up about 9 o'clock, which is good for him. So.
Yeah, so he'll get a good hour and a half, hopefully. Yeah, so we're heading towards Border Village and then probably dropping the van off, finding a couple of garbage bins because we've got a bit of rubbish we still need to get rid of. Rowan's going to finish off the fruit, and there's some onions I think we need to throw out, unless you're having...
And our potatoes as well, I think.
Oh, and our white potatoes, yep.
So we're not going to get caught this time. I got in trouble last time for half a lemon or something like that, or 3/4 of a lemon, so not again. I'm not going to court for a lemon. So.
No, we definitely got no lemons. And then hopefully going to go check out the Bunda Cliffs because this is our opportunity. We've got the rest of today. We're leaving early. We're only an hour or so up the road, or 2 hours up the road. And then, yeah, just going to make some finalised plans, make some room in the back seat, clean the van out from all the red dirt and sand and whatever else. You know, we've got time, so that's what we're going to do. Until then, sayonara. How long ago was I on?
2 minutes. We just left basically.
We just left. The car's now started rolling, and I don't know if you can see that, but old mate is fast asleep. Made like one as we were leaving, and he was. I turned around and I was like, geez, he's quiet all of a sudden, and he is out. So fingers crossed, we've got a good trip ahead.
Yep.
Now that Rowan's asleep, he gets a little bit cranky if he doesn't get his nap in every morning. Hopefully we don't make a stop in about 45 minutes because otherwise that will wake him up.
We do. We've got a fuel stop in about half an hour.
We're stopped off at the Great Australian Bite. Let's go check it out.
What type of lizard is that? Look at that. Look at this road.
Right?
Oh.
He's getting some sun. What do you think? It's alright.
Yeah, it's right.
Holy.
We are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby? It's the end of the line. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, moving on. Oh, it looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, stand strong. Oh, it looks like we. It looks like we. Yeah, it looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, stand strong. Oh, it looks like we made it. Wake me from this dream I've been in. I need to get in closer to you. I swear you might exceed.
So, all in all, we've been super lucky. I think we're about 5 kilometres, do you reckon?
Sorry?
5 kilometres from Border Village?
2, I think.
Oh, 2 kilometres from Border Village. We've pulled into a little rest area where there's a bunch of other caravanners and people waiting to get across the border, I'm assuming, for whatever their own reasons are. So I think it's going to be a huge lineup tomorrow. So we are preparing to have a very long day. So we've just cleaned out the back seat next to Rowan, where normally we just have a whole bunch of shite there. So we've just popped it into the caravan, which we'll have plenty of time to sort out over the next week and 2 weeks. And so at least one of us can sit back there, we can eat on the road, and then we'll be able to feed Rowan while he's in the back seat, while we're watching him and stuff. So he's not just going to be eating biscuits the whole day as much as he'd like that. So I'll do a bit of food prep tonight in preparation for an early morning. Nick and I will share the driving role. We'll probably have a lunchbox or something packed for Rowan for the day. And we'll just go from there. Rowan's nearly ready to go to bed. He ended up having a third nap today because he definitely needed it as much as he protested, and it worked out for the best because he slept for about an hour. So we just leveled the van up and we haven't unhooked. We have just popped some ramps under the back wheels. We did the same thing last night and it leveled out quite well. So that's our little vacuum when Nick just vacuumed the back of the car for us because it was still full of sand. The rest stop is less than desirable, but it's better than last night. This will probably be the only one that we've driven past, well, into this time, that doesn't have a bin. And
Yeah, it does. It's
holy
to it.
shit, it obviously needs it.
Quite a few people have pulled in here while we've been here and just looked at the place and went, nah, no thank you, but
And like, to be honest, there's not a whole bunch of room left for other people to come now,
nah.
unless we kind of double parking next to each other and leaving enough room for the other person to get out. But
Need to
all
leave
the
space for
edges.
trucks as well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, all the edges are pretty much filled up. No toilets, free camping. It's one night, we're happy. We're close to the border, leaving early in the morning. Rowan will be sorted with food. One of us will sit in the back, one entertain him and to feed him along the way, because it's going to be a huge day.
He's going to be a happy boy.
What's this box that you've got, Nick?
Hmm?
What's this?
It's the box that we carry everywhere we go for the last few days. So.
Yeah, in and out of the van.
It's a mount for a winch for an Audi, which is very rare, made in America.
So the Audi's going to get a winch at some point. My guess will be in these next 7 days. Nick has a lot of jobs lined up for himself because the boy has to stay busy. Oh, here's one of those bugs. I think it's a locust. Must be a locust. So he's got a few jobs. We're going to change out our water pump because it's just a machine. I don't think it should act the way that it does, and there was a lot of reviews about it, so just saying that you've got a couple of jobs lined up in these next few days to do in the van. At some point throughout the trip, can't say when, we lost this silver lining. So he's also going to pop that back on. And then what other things have you got lined up?
Maybe a bit of plumbing in the van.
I said the water pump, yeah.
Fix this water pump, it's junk on the van.
And he's going to put the front on.
Yeah.
I feel like I bought a lot of stuff the other day for a lot of different jobs that you were going to do.
Yeah. You love getting jobs for me, yeah?
You're going to fix the little step for me because you need a part for that.
Yeah, it's pot rivet again. So.
Pot rivet, that's it.
Tools are buried in the centre of the tunnel boot, so it's a nightmare to drag everything out to get to it. So.
And it's not that important. Nick just gives me a little heave up.
I'll push.
How do you do it?
Little push up the ass.
It doesn't help when I'm carrying Rowan in and out of the van, huh?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the other one you carry. So.
Oh, we haven't told anyone.
Yeah, true.
Surprise, there's another one on the way. Anywho, what else?
Nothing, we'll just see how tomorrow goes, really.
Yeah,
Hopefully it all goes to plan and there's no
big dramas.
Yeah, no bullshit.
We've gotten rid of all our fruit and vegetables already at maybe 50 k's down the road at a different. There's no like quarantine bins like there was in
There might be
Australia.
up there.
Maybe at the actual border, but there was like normally like a little quarantine area where you like have this huge list of stuff, whereas I've kind of found it online. Anyway, we've gotten rid of everything. Rowan's onto his fruit tonight. He's got a plum to eat, a potato. What else is he having?
I don't know.
We haven't decided.
Leftovers probably.
I've pulled some chicken out, but that might be tomorrow because we're going to have chicken Kievs, so he might have that as well. He's probably nearly ready to have dinner. I've just given him.
So he's probably
Nah, I've given him I've given him a biscuit when we came outside.
Oh, that's why he's not.
Yeah, he's been yelling "Dad" the whole time. He wants your attention. All right, well, it's super windy. We're going to head in and get the boy ready for bed.
Oh no, he's eating a bit of cloth.
Oh, he's found his own dinner. He's got leftover plum. Hiya! What trouble are you up to? No, we should probably feed him real food. All right. Well, it's 5:30 on Saturday morning. And we've just left the little plaque where we stayed, which is Chockers. There's trucks and everything that's there now. And we're here at the bins, which is just outside of the checkpoint. So we're ready to rock. We've got our licenses now. And we're gonna go through.
Got $5 to bribe him, you know.
We don't need no bribing. So your friendly half-hour update. I think we've moved
5 car lengths maybe, that's it.
if we're lucky. So we're still pretty far back in the line. So I'm glad that we did choose to do this early because
Yeah.
it would not be fun.
It would suck spending 2-3 hours trying to get through, then drive 9 hours, so I just don't think it's feasible probably, so.
Yeah. So we've got maybe 3 or 4 people behind us. So those who have left have already been replaced. There's one lane for cars and caravans and campers, and then the other lane's just for packed up cars, really.
Packed up cars, and then you got a truck lane.
Yeah, and then truck. and dusted. So a little over an hour 15 waiting in a line to get checked. But she's all done. How'd we go quarantine wise?
We didn't get a fine this time, so it's good.